Hello everyone, we're here at Electrify America and Wagon Mound, and we're going to start the highway range efficiency test for the Kia EV6 Wind rear-wheel drive. This is going to be a fast highway range efficiency test going 130 kilometers per hour or 80 miles per hour. This should more accurately simulate what it's like driving here in the western US, where the speed limits are at least 75 miles per hour, 120 kilometers an hour, compared to what most people typically have done before is a 70 mile per hour range test. This is going to be in summer conditions. Right now the outside temps are about 31 to 33 degrees Celsius, so that's around 90 degrees Fahrenheit. And the winds are negligible, intermittent breeze from I think the southeast. So yeah, this is going to be a loop style test, and we're going to go along this route right here. You see, there's the map of it. We're going to be starting here in Wagon Mound. We charged up to 100% at the Electrify America. Of course, these aren't working to full spec. And that's the route we're going to take. So we're going to go north to almost near Raton, and then we're going to turn around and go south to around Las Vegas, and then come back here. It should be around 320 kilometers or about 200 miles. I'm going to do the range test from about 100%, technically 99, to about 10%. And then I'll calculate from 0 to 100, because most people won't run it down to 0. You'd probably arrive at your charger with about 10%. So I just reset the trip meter here after recharging, and drive info just subtract about 4 or 5 minutes. And yeah, it thinks we'd get about 470 kilometers, which is 292 miles, but obviously you won't get that going 130 kilometers an hour, 80 miles per hour. This is just because I was driving on slower country roads with a higher efficiency. We should be getting an efficiency of around 5.0 kilometers a kilowatt hour. So let's hit the road and see how we do. So there's full power on the rear motor right there, about 170 kilowatts. And I'm going to try to pass this car before I engage the cruise control at 130 kilometers per hour. Locked in there to 130 kilometers per hour, 81 miles per hour, and let's just go to the GPS app and make sure that's indeed accurate. So yeah, 130, and it's going to slow down on the curve here, but that's pretty aggressive actually. Wow. So yeah, the HDA will slow down on the curve. I'm surprised that was quite aggressive there, but yeah. So as we get back up to 130, so yeah, that is GPS speed pretty much. Yep, there it is, 130. So that is actual GPS speed right there. So let's continue on. Another update in a little bit. US 64 on the south side of Raton, exit 446 coming up in about 1 kilometer. We're at 75% stated charge, you can see there, and 74% SOC from the BMS. and we're going to be taking this next exit here. Efficiency a little bit lower than I thought it would be. It's about 4.5 kilometers a kilowatt hour instead of around 5 or 4.8 kilometers a kilowatt hour. That's what I thought it would be. So we'll take the next exit and turn around and head south towards Las Vegas. But we've been driving 92 kilometers, so that's just about 57 miles. And yeah, for 55 minutes, we just disengaged right now, so we're gonna take this exit here and turn around. So yeah, not too bad for this first leg here, and the range estimator still thinks about 330 kilometers, 20, and I have to punch in how much remaining we have, and there's a look at the map. That's how much remaining we have, and that's the distance we're going to cover. So I'll have another update once we're on the other side. But yeah, we're going to turn around and there's a look at the battery data. Hopefully we can hit 130 kilometers an hour pretty soon after the ramp ends. So here it is, and let's go to the energy info. Full power, 160 kilowatts. And there, yep, that's already 130. Wow, so that's really powerful. So yep, they were locked in at 130 kilometers an hour. And we're at 94 kilometers on this range test at 74%. Time is 16:36. And that's how much distance we have to go until our next turnaround point, which is going to be near Las Vegas, New Mexico. So another update in a little bit. Hello everyone, just a quick update here about the testing methodology. I'm running the vehicle in normal mode. It projects about 313 kilometers of estimated range. Sport mode projects 303, and then eco mode projects 322. And I'm using normal mode because eco mode doesn't change anything except for the accelerator pedal mapping, and it makes cruise control a little bit more sluggish to respond. On all-wheel drive vehicles, eco mode would actually disconnect the front motor, but since I only have a rear-wheel drive, eco mode isn't really that beneficial. And there also is the option to make eco climate mode a little bit less responsive, but I don't have that enabled. So that's why I'm running this test in normal mode, because most people will not use eco mode when driving a rear-wheel drive EV6. You can see right now my energy information screen. Drivetrain's using about 20 kilowatts, and climate and electronics are using about 600 watts each. And speaking of climate control, my climate settings right now, I have the temperature set to 21 degrees Celsius, which is around 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Fan speed set to 2, and vents are set to auto, and it's not set to driver only. Again, this would match most people's road tripping settings, especially if they're traveling with other people, and just to cool off the entirety of the cabin. Here by the Wagon Mound exit where we started off. We're at 49%. You can see there's the battery data right there, 49.5, SoC displayed, actual BMS 50.5%, and we have about 211 kilometers of estimated range. Here's the Wagon Mound exit 387 with about 70 kilometers to go until the turnaround point, second turnaround point in Las Vegas, New Mexico. And we're going to be passing by the EA station over on the left. We're having an average of 4.6 kilometers a kilowatt hour. And there's a drive info about 187 kilometers, that many miles, 4.6 kilometers a kilowatt hour, about 2.9 miles per kilowatt hour, so it's improved a little bit. And before we were like at 4.4 kilometers a kilowatt hour. And the time, about an hour 35. There's a slight difference between the two computers for the time. But yeah, that's right there. And we have, yeah, about 41 miles to Las Vegas and about 32 minutes. So there and back, we should easily make it with quite a bit of buffer. So I'll have an update when we're further down the road. Our southernmost turnaround point. So we exit 345 in central Las Vegas, New Mexico. We have about 114 kilometers of estimated range left. And we're at 30%. You can see there's the battery data, about 20 kilowatt hours of remaining remaining battery. And so far we've driven about 252 kilometers, 4.6 kilometers a kilowatt hour. It's stabilized at that point. And here we are exiting. And we're going to turn around here and go back to Wagon Mound. Have to clean the windshield. But yeah, we're almost at the end of the test. So yeah, 30%. So he was 20%, so we should arrive there right on target with 10%. So yeah, let me clean the windshield and let's head on north. Okay, so we cleaned the windshield and we're about to embark on the final stretch northbound. You can see right there we have 70 kilometers remaining, 36 minutes, and we have 113 kilometers of estimated range, efficiency of 4.7 kilometers a kilowatt hour, and about 2 hours and 10 minutes of actual driving, deducting about 10 minutes for cleaning the windshield, 253 kilometers. So let's hit the road and finish up in Wagon Mound. That's the speed limit, and we get to go to 130, and there's 130 right there. So yeah, let's hit the road and see what we arrive in Wagon Mound at. Okay, so we're at 15%. We hit 20% a little bit earlier, and 20%, that's where the vehicle to load 120 volt outlet in the back, and also if you had battery preconditioning, that's where it would shut off at 20%. Right now we're at 15%, 27 kilometers to go, and 49 kilometers of estimated range. The efficiency is held steady at 4.6 kilometers a kilowatt hour. There's the battery data. So actual SOC in the BMS is 18%. 15%, battery's down to 662 volts, and the remaining energy is about 9.6 kilowatt hours. So yeah, not too bad, and battery temps are 35 Celsius, so a little warm. Outside temp is 32 Celsius. There's a look at more temperature data. And yeah, 35 Celsius battery min. Outdoor temperature 31.5. So yeah, we should be there in about 13 minutes. I'll have another update once we're at the exit. We're approaching the Wagon Mound exit. There's the Wagon Mound village limits. Elevation 6,200 feet, that many meters. Exit 387 is in less than 2 kilometers. And we are down to 7% state of charge displayed. Actual SOC BMS 11%. About 4.4 kilowatt hours of remaining energy. And yeah, there's the battery data right there. So we're going to exit here shortly. So yeah, overall efficiency is held steady at 4.6 kilometers a kilowatt hour. And we're going to disengage the highway drive assist smart cruise control in 3, 2, 1. Okay, disengaged, pedal is on. And let's apply some regen right here. Let me go over to the battery information. So we're regenerating right there. So yeah, overall usage was about 91% drivetrain, only 5% for climate, 4% for electronics. So yeah, pretty good. And we're going to be at the EA station in a few minutes, in less than a minute or two. Okay everyone, I have the final drive stats. We arrived with 7%, left with 99.5%. That means we used 92.5% of the battery to go 320 kilometers, or 199 miles. Our total energy usage was 69.342 kilowatt hours. That means our efficiency was 4.614 kilometers a kilowatt hour, or 2.867 miles per kilowatt hour. That's about to be expected going these speeds, and the EV6 efficiency is a little bit lower. Our total trip time was 2 hours and 41 minutes with a 9-minute deduction for cleaning the windshield. So that means we were driving for 2 hours and 32 minutes, which puts our average speed at 126.3 kilometers per hour, or 78.5 miles per hour. And overall our calculated range is as follows. Using 100% of the battery, we get 346 kilometers, or 215 miles. Using 90% of the battery, we get 311 kilometers, or 193 miles. And using 80% of the battery, we get 277 kilometers, or 172 miles. So overall, a successful highway range test in the Wind rear-wheel drive Kia EV6. Thanks for watching everyone. Be sure to get subscribed and check out other videos on my channel. I have some EV6 road trip videos coming soon, including a multi-part road trip through the Great Plains. Get subscribed so you don't miss out on any of those videos.